welcome to ISTV English News. I'm Dhanya. Let's take a look at the top story first. Around 150 houses of Haraurop, Tangkham destroyed in storm last night. The news in detail. Around 150 houses of Haraurop, Tangkham village were destroyed by storm last night. Roofs of most of the houses have been blown away by the storm. Owners of the houses have started mending the destruction caused by the storm. Speaking to the ISTV News, a villager named Nongram Ibochauba said some have started repairing their houses, but the poor families are still helpless as they don't have enough money to mend their houses. He appealed to the MLA of the constituency and the government to help the villagers whose houses were damaged in the storm. The 11th Imphal East District Thang Tha competition, jointly organized by Kangleipak Thang Tha Cultural Academy, Laidikingbam Awang Lekai and Eastern Thang Tha Organization, Tangkham, has begun at the community hall of Laidikingbam Awang Lekai today. The competition will be held for 2 days. Schools of Lichat Inat Kanba Lup, teacher T.H. Ibohanbi Maitei of Kongpal and other people attended the inaugural function. The third conference of Manipur Silang Laumi Lup was held today at the office of Manipur Hindi Parishad. As part of the occasion, a book titled Senjao Paiba Chatna Lonchat Ki Mayokta Yavoloi Iravat Ki Capitalism, written by General Secretary of All India Trade Union Congress L. Sotin Kumar, was released. Speaking on the occasion, L. Sotin Kumar said the book contains 29 pages of stories written by Jananeta Iravat. The book has been published with the objective to bring about some changes in the society.
Silang Laumi Singna Khwaidagi Maruoina Nainabada Darkar Wagani and Kanjabadagi Yaoloi Irabotki Capitalism Hariba Laigasi released on the Bugitanjama Luzabani.
In today's national and international news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today pitched for integrated approach to tackle pendency in courts and called for qualitative change. While addressing a joint conference of judges and chief ministers, Modi urged the judiciary to introspect on how five-star activists are driving judicial decisions. Modi said judiciary should be both powerful and perfect. This is the place that is trusted by the common people. Highlighting the trust bestowed by the common man in the judiciary, Modi said, "You have several responsibilities and the people of the nation, especially the common people, have lot of expectations from you. For the common man, legal system helps him where the God can't." He also expressed disappointment over the increasing number of tribunals. Advocating the use of technology in the judiciary, Modi said, the quicker we get technology in this field, the easier it is to bring about a qualitative change. The Prime Minister even called for the scrapping of the archaic laws. The Prime Minister's address comes in the backdrop of a Supreme Court judge skipping a dinner called by him for judges and chief ministers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asked a senior minister to identify MPs with conflict of interest in all parliamentary panels and remove them. Modi also asked the Health Ministry to increase the size of pictorial warnings on the packet of tobacco products to 65%. The Prime Minister's direction came amidst controversy over comments by BJP MPs on the use of tobacco. Meanwhile, Health Minister JP Nadda said he and his ministry maintain that tobacco consumption is not healthy and should be avoided. The Indian Navy evacuated 441 people, including a pregnant woman and children, from the port of Aden in strife-torn Yemen in almost war-like conditions yesterday. 176 of those evacuated are foreign nationals from 17 countries. Absolute tough environment at Aden. Evacuation of stranded Indians were carried out in almost war-like conditions by Indian naval ship Mumbai, a Navy official said. INS Mumbai, one of the warships sent to Yemen for rescue operations, was unable to enter the port due to heavy firing in Aden and had to wait at the anchorage area of the port. 12 small crafts which were hired by the warship were used to move 30 to 35 Indians at a time from the port to INS Mumbai. The Arvind Kejriwal-led Aam Aadmi Party will mark completion of its 50 days in power in Delhi by relaunching the anti-corruption helpline number 1031. The service can be used by people to lodge complaints if they are harassed for bribes by government officials. The helpline will be a revival of the service which the AAP government had launched during its earlier 49-day stint after the 2013 assembly elections. A dedicated helpline for reporting cases of corruption was one of the major promises made by AAP in its manifesto for the assembly elections this year. A group of volunteers has been trained to run the 24/7 helpline and attend the calls in English and Hindi. The executives will also direct the callers on how to conduct sting operations. All the calls will be divided into two categories, serious and non-serious. Kenya has begun 3 days of mourning for the 148 victims of an attack on students by militant group Al-Shabaab. Easter ceremonies will be held to remember those who died in Thursday's attack on Garissa University, and flags are expected to fly at half-mast. President Uhuru Kenyatta has vowed to respond to the attack in the severest ways possible. Sunni Islam's most respected seat of learning, Cairo's Al-Azhar University, has also condemned the attack. The Kenyan Red Cross says that so far 54 of the victims have been identified by relatives at a morgue in the capital, Nairobi. And now let's take a look at the top story once again. Around 150 houses of Harao Road, Tangkham destroyed in storm last night. Thanks for joining us, and please stay tuned for more updates.